welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. This is episode 574 of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Oh, by the way, if you haven't noticed, yes, that is a hot dog. That is a lit up hot dog. Thank you to my wife. She said I needed a hot dog, a glowing hot dog in my area. And so there it is. She got it off of Etsy. That's a hot dog. So I got a hot dog, a big one right there. So it's going to be constantly in the background for you to see. Now, getting back, of course, this is episode 574 of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Of course, I always want to thank my newest members of the Ping Pong Flix Show. And this one, I want to wholeheartedly thank Griff the Sith for joining as the 25th member of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Thank you so much for the support, and also thank you to all the other supporters of the Ping Pong Flix Show, all my members. Thank you so much. Expect to see more content soon exclusive to you guys, including, I'm going to do it. I'm going to react to my positive Justice League review. That's right. I did a review of Justice League, and I'm going to react to that review. Okay, well, anyway, let's get on with the stories. Zack Snyder's Justice League has an amazing opening scene, right? Now, what am I talking about? Well, there is a video that you can go. It's a Lightcast video, and it's Matt from Lightcast actually interviewing Jerad Marantz. I hope I'm saying that right. Jerad Marantz. Now, this tweet is actually from Mercury in Retro 1. It says, Jerad Marantz said that Zack described the opening of Justice League to him, and it was the most amazing thing I've ever heard of. In context, he met with Michael Wilkinson and I think it was an assistant, and Zack Snyder as they're going through, I guess, costumes or designs and stuff. And Zack Snyder was talking about the opening scene, and to Jerad, that is the most amazing thing he's ever seen, right? So ever heard of. And we talked about the opening scene for a while. We've done that many frequently, actually, before the Snyder Cut came out, on the possibilities of the opening scene. I think I even discussed it with Garza and Colbert, Screen Rant, and even Real Anarchy had also put out articles in discussion about the opening scene, how it could actually be, instead of the history lesson, it could actually be the ending of Batman v Superman through the perspective from Lois Lane. She sees her beloved Superman get killed, but her perspective, kind of like how you saw Batman v Superman, where you see the perspective through Bruce Wayne as he goes through the invasion of the Kryptonians, right? So from Man of Steel. So it has that aspect. It could continue that way, going through a different perspective. And boom, she wakes up in her bed, and we go through the grieving process as she, gets some coffee, goes to the memorial, things like that. So that was a possible opening scene for that. There was another theory that the opening scene was the history lesson itself. Both, by the way, are both amazing in my mind. But I'm wondering, what would have Jerad say that is the most amazing thing I've ever heard of? Would that mean the history lesson does come at the beginning? Or does it come later in the middle, where Diana actually sees the mural, Darkseid mural, and actually goes through the history lesson with Bruce? Which would it be? And even if that was the initial case for the Snyder Cut, the 214, has it changed? Has Zack Snyder decided to change the opening scene to something else? So we're still up in the air about that. But just to hear, just going to get a little more hyped for Zack Snyder's Justice League, and maybe even get you thinking a little bit. Now that we know it's definitely coming out next year in 2021 on HBO Max, gets you thinking, what the heck is going to happen in the opening sequence? It's definitely not going to be what Joss Whedon put out. probably. So it's going to be something amazing. I think it's going to be a big thing, and I can't wait to see what that is. Well, take your pick. Is it the ending of BVS, or is it the history lesson, or is it something else altogether? I can't wait to find out. All right. There is another thing that has dropped today and got a lot of people talking about it and discussing and arguing about it. I was pretty busy at work, so I didn't really get to be involved in the Twitter sphere of that, but then I went back and reviewed what was talked about. This is in regards to, will Ryan Reynolds be cast as Hawkman? You're like, what? What the heck are you talking about? Well, this is actually an article from the Culture Nerd, and they're saying exclusive. Ryan Reynolds being eyed for Carter Hall Hawkman in Black Adam. And this is, they're saying their sources are talking about how Ryan Reynolds, the main actor, several being eyed to play Carter Hall Hawkman alongside Dwayne Johnson's the Black Adam. Of course, we know Hawkman is in Black Adam. There is the Justice Society of America. I'm personally hoping Superman shows up to take down, or at least get taken down, by Black Adam. But we'll wait and see. But in their case, they're saying that Ryan Reynolds is eyeing to be Carter Hall Hawkman, which is an interesting choice for Carter Hall. But you know what? He can act in several different types of ways and things like that. But that's not all, though. They're saying he's one of a few other people in those roles, and that is one, Michael B. Jordan, which, you know, really Warner Brothers wants him in almost anything. Everybody wants him. He's a huge hit. He's a star. He was in Black Panther. He's Creed. Come on, like, so he even wanted to be Superman. He wanted to be his own Superman. Charlie Hunnam, that he's been pretty much typecasted for like Green Arrow and so many superheroes, so that's probably part of that big list. Vin Diesel is interesting. Vin Diesel is an interesting pick here, because I highly doubt Vin Diesel would be even a choice here, because they don't like The Rock. Dwayne Johnson does not like Vin Diesel, and vice versa, because of the whole Fast and Furious. So I don't think that he's in that at all. I think that's an interesting choice, and maybe that's probably not even a choice at all. I don't know why he's even in there. Aside from Dwayne Johnson being involved in them, Vin Diesel could possibly play a Hawkman. We haven't really had a silver screen version of Hawkman. We've had CW versions of Hawkman. So, you know, who's to say that any of these people can be, you know, Carter Hall? But in any case, that's what they're saying right here, right? So, and you also notice that all four are pretty much essentially, maybe Ryan Reynolds and Charlie Hunnam are a little bit more, you know, it seems it's actually talking about maybe 4 different types of Hawkman, 4 different types of Carter Hall. Usually when it gets to this point where there's a person to play a character, they've already got the script and everything down, they're actually, you know, you usually see the actors are more in line, actors or actresses, more in line, almost the same, you know. So I found that kind of interesting. But who knows? Maybe all these other 4 are also being put to play in other different parts of the Justice Society of America. There's a lot of people there. There's a lot of characters in Justice Society of America. And, you know, Black Adam, Dwayne Johnson, and essentially Adam Smasher are the only 2 characters that have been casted so far. So I'm intrigued to see what happens at DC Fandom as they slowly pocket these characters in. So have these characters casted. So that is Ryan Reynolds. Now you may be wondering, haven't we heard of Ryan Reynolds being in DC before? And you may be right. Ryan Reynolds was in talks. I don't know if he's still in talks, but in talks to reprise his role as Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah. So, and that's something that John Aaron Garza and also Grace Randolph has talked about, and also including Colbert, who have asked his own industry sources as well. So that is an interesting thing. Is he trying to get his way to DC however he can? Or is it like a kind of like a bidding war kind of thing? You know, he's like, I want to be Deadpool, but they're not taking me. So maybe if I up my ante by saying, you know what, fine, I'm going to be this one, I'm going to be this guy, I'm going to be this guy, but it's all DC. Could that spur Kevin Feige to say, you know what, I want you back as Deadpool? So I don't know. Is that how it's working? I mean, Ryan Reynolds did put out that video of the Deadpool leak anniversary. So I'm not sure. Like I said, I have no sources. I'm just reporting to you what's been talking about on the internet about that, and that's one right there. Ryan Reynolds maybe going to be cast as Hawkman, but will Ryan Reynolds be cast as Green Lantern instead? Like I said, something happened today, and it's weird because Ryan Reynolds doesn't like much things or anything. And we all know he is, in a way, kind of just hinting at the Snyder Cut, or at least playing around with the Snyder Cut. But in any case, he is trying to, almost in a way, trying to be involved with it, right? Even saying Snyder Cut at the Brazil Comic Con, which to arousing applause and stuff. But Alex Lobo tweeted this out. Haters will say it's fake, but Vancity Reynolds will say otherwise at hashtag DC fandom, hashtag Green Lantern. This is in relation, right? And he put this out. Says this is real. Has released Zack Snyder and Ryan Reynolds. That didn't happen, by the way. That is a fake tweet. But he said that don't make the suit animated. That's a fake tweet. But Ryan Reynolds liked that tweet. He liked this tweet. Out of all the different tweets that he has liked in mostly Aviation Gin, which, you know, I'm going to say right now, if he becomes Green Lantern once again, I am going out to buy Aviation American Gin, and I'm going to drink to that. Hell yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, of course, Ad Lobo got that, and he says, I don't know if Vancity Reynolds is being cheeky with me, or this might be something. Where the hell did I stash my tin foil hat? It's right there, Alex. It's right there. Right over there. There's the tin foil, Alex. It is still strong. Even if I'm not wearing it, it could still be around in the air. So yes. So Alex Lobo got Ryan Reynolds to like his tweet. Amazing. Amazing. We'll have to see. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be true or not. I'm very curious about it. I'm very intrigued by that. And I'm not the only one who's intrigued by that, right? Because even Grace Randolph actually caught that as well and says, I remember tweeting you about this, right? DCEU, Snyder Cut, Green Lantern at Vancity Reynolds, highlighting that Ryan Reynolds today liked Alex Lobo's tweet. Today. Interesting. On the day that an article came out and people are talking about that he could be cast as Hawkman instead, he decides to like a tweet about Green Lantern. I find that very intriguing, interesting, coincidental, and maybe a sign. Maybe. You know, we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, we don't know right now. Nothing's been confirmed. Grace Randolph went on to say, also Hawkman casting for Black Adam is coming soon. Before DC fandom, it looks like. And it's not Ryan Reynolds. obviously, to her. Um, and, you know, the Sudipto, who's also in this conversation, says, can you please tell us who could be playing Hawkman? She says, I'm looking into it. We'll see if I can find out before I announce, but I'm hearing it will be announced real soon. I'm hearing they want a white actor for a Hawkman. Okay, so if that's true, that's the case, then that would pretty much take out Michael B. Jordan at that point, maybe even Vin Diesel as well. So I'm really eager to find out at DC Fandom. And right now, those two questions are in the air right now, right? One, will Ryan Reynolds be cast as Hawkman? Will Ryan Reynolds be cast as Green Lantern? Or both? No, I'm kidding. But it's definitely an intriguing concept, if at all, if any. He did like one today, and that was this one right here. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and find out. I'm very intrigued. I'm very interested. And if Grace Randolph is right, and we're going to start hearing about casting before DC Fandom, we literally got 18 days to hear about that. And as we get closer and closer, we're going to start finding out more about these films that are being made. Black Adam, you know, the Batman, Wonder Woman 1984, probably not too much Wonder Woman 1984, maybe the trailer itself, The Flash, all these other movies, maybe large surprises. They'll have to save a lot of those large surprises, I think, at DC Fandom. So a lot of these things were just to maybe set you up for who's going to be on the panels of these movies. And Black Adam has one of the biggest question marks of cast so far. Like I said, Black Adam, there's only Dwayne Johnson's in Black Adam, and also Adam Smasher was cast. That's it. We don't know anyone else who's going to be in that movie. So honestly, I think we're going to start finding out real soon who's going to be in that movie. And also probably maybe find out if Green Lantern, he is going to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but which Green Lantern? Is it going to be Hal Jordan or is it going to be John Stewart, right? I love John Stewart. I don't know about you, but Dave Avery, Ohio Dave, put this tweet out and says, Trevante Rhodes and John Stewart, what's the difference? I like that casting. Now, I had a whole list. I was linking John Boyega, John David Washington. Trevante Rhodes was one of them. I love that. I just want an actual live action, silver screen, big movie production John Stewart in the movie, right? I would love that. And Trevante Rhodes, I've only seen him a little bit. I've seen him in Bird Box, and he was fantastic in it. I think he was fantastic in Bird Box, and so I would love to see more of Trevante Rhodes. And if John Stewart's the case, I'll be up for that. But anybody with John Stewart in Zack Snyder's Justice League, I would love that so much, and I hope that actually happens. If Zack wants that to happen, I would love for him to be the dude, to be the director, to introduce to us a big production, big budget, Justice League's first John Stewart Green Lantern. So, yeah. And in addition to, if Ryan Reynolds is truly going to be Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League, we'll have to wait and find out as we get closer and closer to DC Fandom. And it's just around the corner. I can't wait. You can't wait. Let's get hyped, man. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be an incredible end of the month and possibly the biggest thing of this year, 2020, at this rate. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching and thank you so much for subscribing. I'll see you next time.